Welcome back, everyone, to episode 14 of The Missing Experience. We're joined by my co host at 905 Gonzo, and we're joined once again by our very infamous guest,
Yo,
Rayan,
My
hey,
half
yes,
step
sir.
brother, Rayon, awesome Rayon.
the little
Yo, you
brother.
saying?
Okay, so on today's docket, we have Tom Brady and him throwing the Lombardi Trophy. Okay, so for those guys that don't know what the Lombardi Trophy is, it's essentially the Super Bowl trophy, and it's called the Lombardi Trophy because it's named after Lombardi. I don't personally know who Lombardi is, but I do know he's someone famous.
It was
So,
Vince Lombardi. He was a
so
coach for
okay, he
the
was a
Patriots.
coach. Okay,
So we'll
so
pop a picture of a trophy right now, right?
yeah, so this is what the trophy looks like, and this is Lombardi. So, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were having their Super Bowl parade for them winning, and Tom Brady was on his yacht, and there was, I think, Rob Gronkowski's yacht right in front of him, and there's like a bunch of people on both yachts, and Tom Brady was essentially holding it and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna chuck it to the other boat," and he essentially just took it and just swung it, and like I don't know who caught it on the other side, but like the guy caught it, like it didn't get dropped in the water, it wasn't like disrespected essentially in any way. Something like that. He's a silversmith. So his daughter actually got offended by Tom Brady because he threw it, and she was like, "Oh, like I've lost sleep for the past 2 days because of this. Um, like he disrespected. I want a public apology." And like all this stuff, and everyone's throwing in like their ifs and buts, their point of views, and like what they think about it, and like it's kind of like going all over, like ESPN, Fox Sports, like in the football world. So, like, what do you guys think about that? Like, do you think she's in the right place to say like, "Hey, you're disrespecting it"? Was Tom Brady in the right? Was he in the wrong? Like, what do you think?
Okay, so before we get to that, let's make it like okay, so let's expand on it. But before let's okay, so either yes or no. Do you guys agree with the girl or do you guys agree with Tom Brady? Just a quick
Brady,
though.
Brady,
Brady?
Brady.
Gonzo, what
I'm
do you
I'm definitely on Brady's side, dude. Like, dude, Brady's won the Super Bowl what 7 times at this point. Like this, like I don't know what her name is. Like, she's in no place to say, "Oh, you're disrespecting the trophy." Like, the team won the trophy. It's done. End of story. It's not your trophy anymore.
Well, Brady was drunk though. It doesn't matter. Like,
Like even then, like they won the trophy, right? If they want to break the trophy, they can do it. Doesn't matter, right?
I
It's
gotta
it's
disagree.
it's
I
it's
gotta
the team's
disagree.
trophy at this point, right?
I gotta disagree though.
Okay.
I'm not a Karen. You guys know me. I'm not a Karen, but I think the trophy holds more value than just a piece of metal. I think, in my
Okay, that's
opinion,
true. That's true.
you know what?
Like,
That's true.
there's
because
sentimental value to it.
it's a
Yeah,
sentimental value. Because again, like she said, she put hours and hours and hours into this, and some people might just see it as a piece of metal, but for her, she might see it as, like an artwork that she put so much effort in. And
Hmm.
to see a superstar like Tom Brady or even anybody, just kind of like almost disregarding the effort and disregarding the passion she kind of put into it and throwing it around, whether it was for like whether it was just a superficial thing, whether he was joking around or whether he was actually kind of being serious, we'll never know. But I think I would have to agree with the girl side, to be honest.
like
Yeah, I
this.
I understand. I get it. Yeah, because I feel like you're kind of you're disgracing the meaning behind it, right? Like, sure,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it is an object, but it's the intention the person gives it to you with, and the intention you receive it with, right? It's give and
yeah.
take. So I feel
And bro, I
like
feel like just because she's like not to be like judgmental, like she's like an old white woman. Like people are just like siding with Brady because like she's a Karen. Like, bro, you gotta listen to her views,
hmm.
and not
Yeah, like
everything a
everyone
Karen
was
says
saying,
is
like,
okay.
oh, like at this point, it's like called like the Tom Brady Trophy, right? Like this guy's won it 7 times. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, their hard work did go into it, and like, sure, I guess you guys are kind of swaying me to the side where it's like he shouldn't have done it. Well, regardless, he shouldn't have done it anyways. But yeah, I kind of understand now where it has a deep meaning to it, and you can't just be throwing something like that around,
Wait,
right?
so Brady was drunk?
Yeah,
He was
apparently he was
drunk.
drunk. Yeah, like they're having their parade and everything.
I'm sure Brady, like, obviously we don't know Brady like personally, but I'm sure he's not the type of guy to kind of just like disregard, like a very important gift to him. Nobody does that. Nobody with like good morals do that. So I'm sure
Yeah.
he's under influence. He's just kind of feeling himself, just like
Mhm.
just did it without too much thought. But I would honestly, to everybody that's shitting on the Karen,
Mhm.
like I would just say, bro, like just
Mhm.
take a step back and just like
Think about it.
maybe somebody's never gotten you such a like a big sentimental gift to you that you don't
Mhm.
really like understand the appreciation. But you know,
And I
you
was like,
gotta,
she said she used to wait to the end of the Super Bowls. She didn't care about football. She just used to wait to the end just to watch her dad's honor being like lifted and like kissed and stuff. Because like her
That's
dad made
true,
it.
yeah. Because if you think
Like
about
that's
it,
like that kind of
it-
sucks, yo.
yeah, if you
That
try
makes
to
me feel
if you
like
try to put yourself
somebody
in
sucks.
her shoes, right? And like
Yeah.
imagine like your dad. Let's say around your dad designed the trophy and gave it, right? And you watch the Super Bowl, like literally just that one match, to see like your dad's piece of work, his effort go into a team's hands and like seeing it get thrown around. Like, yeah, I understand that point of view now.
That sucks. Yo.
And that
That's
would feel really bad because you're essentially undermining the fact of how much work was put into it. Like I'm assuming like hundreds, not hundreds, but like a lot of man hours were put into it. And like for something to get thrown around like that, like what if it dropped in the water, right? Like
yeah. It's like
that
what
would
when
have
was it
been
made? Like
terrible, right?
in the 50s? In the 50s, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because I
I've
know, I think it was a couple years ago, Rob Gronkowski actually had the trophy in his hands, and some guy threw like a baseball at it, and he tried to use it as a bat, and when he hit it, he actually dented the football part of the trophy. And till
Wow.
this day, even when I think for like the next like the next I think when he won like a couple like a week ago, whenever when the Super Bowl happened, he actually didn't get to touch the trophy because the coach was like, "Yo, you're not gonna touch the trophy." Because like
Nice.
look, when you go under the influence, we're not giving you the trophy because you're definitely gonna do something to it. Because he literally dented it, like it was dented, and you can't just undent metal, right? Like
Yeah. So it's like screwed up for the rest of his life.
I don't know what happened with it, but like it's a block of metal, so how are you gonna undent that, right? So it's gonna, unless you go on the inside and you like push it out or something.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, I learned to appreciate like anything, whether it's big or small. I learned to appreciate anything that somebody gives to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, like when you're given something, like even my dad used to also tell me is when someone gives you a gift, like it's wrapped up, the way you open it shows how much you care about that person. If you're just ripping it open, you don't care about the way you're opening it, and you tear it into a million pieces, like the wrapper itself, you don't really care about the person giving you the gift. But if you take your time, like where the lines meet and the tape is, you gently take it off and you open it properly. Like that's a
Exactly. You
way
know
of
why?
showing that hey, I care about your gift. I don't want to damage it in any way because you don't know what's on the inside, right? That's why it's wrapped.
You know
So you're
why?
taking your
The
time and
tape,
everything.
they put their time into the tape. So like
Exactly right. They put their time. They put their
he
care
put
into
his
making
time
it.
into making that with his own hands. Like it kind of
Hmm.
sucks when you think about it.
Exactly. And when you're just ripping, you're like, oh, like it would have been nice if you kind of took your time, but at the end of the day, you can only feel bad, right? But yeah. So essentially, that's our point of view on this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this small clip of the missing experience, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.